Welcome back to Bionic Life. Today is part 2 of repairing the brake lines on this Ford F350. Today we're going to take a few bolts out and put the new lines on. I'm not too sure this is going to come out of there super easy. I guess we'll find out soon enough. A no-go there. Next thing is got a set of taker outers here. Stripped head removers, I think. Let's try a little bit of this coil. Not sure if it's going to help. Propane torch didn't work. Let's try this little refrigeration set. All I have is a brazing tip. I'm gonna try that first before I get out the big guns. Joy to the world. Hold on, light. Let's make it to the unveiling of the bolts coming out. That would be a wonderful thing. Persistence pays. Have you ever had one of those days, one of those days where the bolt that you've been trying for a couple hours to get out and made a trip home a couple of times to try to get the appropriate tool, only to find that when you return and you're going to video all of this, you left your SD card for your camera at home. I am using my phone right now. Hopefully it does a decent enough job in audio and recording that it's acceptable. I'm sorry if the image quality isn't all that great. It's my fault. The plan, after heating the bolt, applying liberal amounts of Croil and deep creep, seafoam deep creep, trying different size sockets, the old square drive sockets for like square nuts, trying to drive that on, trying to use those extractors and get the head to the right size by heating and peening it. I've had zero luck on the passenger side. I need to get that bolt out. I will win this. I might lose a few battles, but I will win this. I will drill a new hole if need be. I'm not gonna lose, but it's taking a little bit more than I expected. So the plan now is to heat it up. I've got a little 125 Job Smart wire feed flux core welder that I picked up for a roadside trailer repair one time, and it's just been sitting around in a box. I think I've used it once. There is a bigger welder here, 220, but I'm not sure if there's power over here. It's in another bay, which would mean wheeling it through gravel, I think. We'll starve it for wire to try to build up heat. I'm gonna preheat the bolt head, and I'm gonna preheat the nut with the oxyacetylene torch and see if we can get this out of here. Let's get started. I've tried the method of using a smaller size socket and driving it on. I've tried using the extractor sets that grip the heads of the bolts with no luck. I've peened it to make it a little bit bigger and tried the extractor set. I've tried peening it and using a larger size socket with no success. It got to the point where the head of the bolt was so flat nothing would grab it. So then we resorted to attempting to weld, and I know this welder is not the best. That's what I have. It did transfer heat into it. We've been lubing it up, no luck. So next, we are going to center punch. We are going to center drill, and we are going to remove that bolt by drilling it out. So let's get started. I know it's not a waffle face claw hammer, framing hammer, but you know, it'll have to do. Give it a good wrap. That feels like a pretty hard bolt. That is a hard bolt. This ain't gonna work either. How hard is this? No joy on drilling SP170 Lincoln. We're gonna try that. Then next, I don't think our little buzz box there, the Tombstone, Lincoln Tombstone, I don't believe it has a long enough cord to make it over. I don't think we'll be able to use the Tombstone there, the AC/DC. We had to drape this cord up and over the B tire, over to where the air compressor is plugged in. So and we're gonna try this. Next thing would be grind it flat and try drilling it again. If it's maybe I case hardened it, I'm not sure, because I got it warm and then I hit it with some Croil. So we got the cables run. They do reach. I don't know how the lighting's gonna be. We're gonna try to do it as best we can. We got the cables reaching over that far, so we should be okay. We'll see if this works. No love. We are actually going to use this set today, and this, I'm not sure what product line this is. All I know is it goes up to 3/8 line, so it's actually quite a bit bigger than the set I was using before. We're going to give this a whirl and see how it does. First, we're going to trim this end of the line and get rid of this flare that did not work, and see if we can get something that does work. I'm gonna trim it off right here. I'm hoping I have enough to complete the connection back on the back of the truck. We'll give it a whirl. No burr, chamfered on the inside. Gonna give it a quick rinse. Get any cuttings out of there. We're gonna set it just below about right there. Seems like it's about what it was on the other one. We'll try that. Let me get these bars even. So we have the bars even in this plane, they're flat. They're pretty evenly spaced in their gap, here to here. We'll get the 3/16 die button, or adapter I think they call it. This flaring bar does not seem to be grabbing as easy. Try it again. This time we'll really reef down on it. We're getting a little bit of a start to our flare, but it's not the way it should be. Maybe I need a combination of the other flaring bar because this seemed to grab pretty good. We'll get her snug down nice and tight. There we go. Now we'll try the button in there. And we'll put in the yoke, loosen it off so you can get the point in there. And yes, the fitting is on and in place. So let's try this and see if that doesn't get us what we need. Well, we got the start. Let's see if we can finish it. I sure hope so. 'Cause I'd hate to have to make a new one, which I may have to do. That feels pretty snug there. Actually, that looks like a decent flare. We're gonna go put her on the truck and see what it does. Yeah, that actually looks like a decent flare. We'll see if this works. It looks uniform. Give it a whirl and see if this one works. Get this guy up here. The goal by hitting the frame and the springs and all that stuff occasionally is to lighten this truck up a little bit, because like I said, the lift is rated for 6,000 pounds and I think this thing weighed like 601. All right, next we'll get our crush washers, our copper crush washers, and secure this to the caliper. And this side should be fini. It should be done. I'm sure there's a torque setting on that. Not sure exactly what it is. I'll look it up. Got conflicting reports, so we'll go with 38. I think we're about there. May move a smidge. Oh, that good. Torque on it. I think it was like, I say it was 35 to 40 pounds. I believe, somewhere in there. There we go. Pretend that goes right there. Radius cut into it. It's actually something Craftsman did for a few years, and it actually allows it to act as something like a ratchet. Got her snug. Now, we gotta figure out how we're going to secure that. This bracket is gone. So maybe zip ties. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I'll figure something out. For a spacer, maybe I'll run a slit some tubing to go over this so it's not rubbing. But there's that. So yes, that bolt apparently did win. For now. In closing, all I'm going to say is using cheap tools can be a very frustrating experience, and the cost of the line that I wasted trying to get the correct flare probably would have offset and justified buying a quality set of flaring tools. If you like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.